Have you ever had something tragically bestow on you? Around 4% of the population will develop epilepsy. This disability affects 25% of those with intellectual disabilities and 13% of those with cerebral palsy. Epilepsy is a serious issue that cannot be controlled, and I believe that everyone should be aware of what it is. I am not here to make you just understand what this disability can do, but also to possibly get your support in helping those with this disability. You may think your life is hard or even difficult, but try being stopped by an internal issue in which you can't control. These people need your support to know that their life isn't so bad, or that they can actually get help. A lot of us don't seek it because we don't think we need it, but we really do. It first hit me when I was 16 years old and when I was in high school. It's been 5 years since then, and I'm actually doing pretty good. I haven't had a seizure in a couple of years, and everything's been pretty well for the most part. But my first seizure was by far the worst. I was in the middle of an auditorium in high school, and I started choking, and I didn't know what was happening. I grabbed my throat and hit the floor. After that, I woke up in the hospital. I don't remember anything in between. The mere stages, pain, and trauma that this has caused many of those like me is enough to try to get you to understand, because this could happen to you one day as well. Many think that it's just genetics, but there's other ways in which you can develop this disorder. Generalized seizures are generated through electrical impulses throughout the brain. The location of these impulses are known as the focus. One of the most common types of development is blunt trauma to the head. With enough force from anything, whether it's just a simple skateboard crash or an actual car accident, you can suffer enough to develop epilepsy. You will simply just hit the ground and black out. And within that time, from when you're sleeping to when you wake up, you don't know what happened. You may have just developed a disorder. These seizures range in intensity, from a tonic being the lowest to grand mal, which is the highest. Atonic seizures are not so bad. They are simple muscle spasms, which typically victims tend to just fall or lose control of the said limb. And grand mal, which I have, is when you have an anxiety attack and feel like you're choking, and then you pass out and start convulsing until I guess your body can't handle it anymore, and you just fall asleep. Not only can it physically harm you, but it can mentally harm you as well. The fear of having another seizure starts to take its toll on some. They constantly worry about it after having so many attacks that they actually develop general anxiety. The issue with this is the fact that they're fearing it so much is causing so much stress on their body that it actually causes another seizure to happen. And if they keep worrying and worrying, they're going to keep happening. I have a little bit of writing from a woman named Megan. It'll help you understand what I'm talking about a little bit better. The room was spinning. I was becoming hopeless. I struggled daily not to let seizures define me. But as the year went by, my seizures persisted and got worse. Despite trying to remain positive on the outside, on the inside I was losing my confidence, my independence, and my self-esteem. By now you should be understanding of our hardships and the hell that we go through. Our lives may already be in jeopardy, but we can be helped. And I bet you're wondering how. Whether through genetics or trauma, a tonic or grand mal through traumatic shock or the mentally impaired. Those with epilepsy, I believe, should be helped. I have it myself, but they shouldn't just hear it from me. Might I remind you that this disorder can paralyze or even kill a man, which is why I believe that we need your support and aid. Who knows what true loneliness is? Not the conventional word, but the marked terror. To the lonely themselves, it wears a mask. The most miserable outcast hugs some memory or some illusion of fate.